Well, we meet Eamonn Karran, who's just signed a 5-album deal with a record company in America. This is your first album. Tell us a wee bit of background to this how you signed this contract, this label and everything else, and how it's all come about.
Okay, Felix, going back to 2010, I had a serious car accident where I was a taxi driver at the time, so I lost my insurance. And between myself and my wife, we decided I was going to go full-time into music. I'm playing piano since I was 7, I'm self-taught. So we decided then it was time to sort of concentrate on music. I've been gathering up over the years, but never got a chance to properly, professionally record. So in 2010, I set up a computer system in the house and went from scratch. Went online, got tutorials and learned how to record, how to produce, how to master. And over the following year then I gathered up a number of tracks and sent it off to various labels around the world. And then in late 2012, a company called Beechill Music came back to me and says they were very interested in what I was doing. They're the largest new age label in the world, and they're the label I was chasing for quite some time, and they're the ones I really wanted. So they come back and says they're interested in giving me a 5-album deal, and I put them a full selection of tracks. And everything sort of snowballed from there.
Well, it's that kind of thing where there's always going to be the rejection part. We ever sort of, this is not going to work?
At the start, yeah, it all happened very quickly, quicker than I thought. Initially, when I started recording, it was for my own pleasure. I thought I'll just record some music, I'll play it to my family and friends, see what they think. The response was very good at the start, but I wasn't really pushing for anything big in the beginning, but when I suddenly realised that even online there was getting a great response through YouTube, the views were coming up on YouTube, I suddenly realised then there might be a market for this. When I've done a bit of research through Google, I've found out that at the moment, with the sort of recession and everything that's happened, there's a massive market there for relaxation music. People are turning to alternative therapies, and part of that, yoga and things like that, is music. So I decided to approach the labels then. So the rejection thing, not really. I didn't worry too much about it. For me, it was if it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. Either way, I was going to have a collection of music for later on in life. I can show my kids and say, look, this is something I've done.
Now the song you've played for us today is called what?
That's Celtic Storm. That's one of the most popular tracks on the album. Seems to get the best response. It was actually a one-take improvisation because I don't read music. I just sat down at the piano one day and started playing.
All the songs your own?
All my own, yep. They're all original tracks.
How long did it take you to compile that?
That particular album, Dust and Sun, took almost 2 years to complete. I actually have ukulele pipes on one of the other tracks, which I got a fella called Finn Drummond to do that for me. And I'm hoping on the future albums to bring in more acoustic instruments, bring in maybe fiddle, whistle and other guitar maybe even too, getting live instruments, as opposed to just using keyboards and piano.
Well, you've got a 5-album deal. It took you 2 years to get this one.
Yep. Second one's finished.
Second one's finished?
Second one's finished. The first album was with them in late 2012, and the deal was signed last June 2013. So between then and now I've actually finished the second album, and it's getting mastered at the moment. It should be with them in the next few weeks, and they're hoping to release that next January.
Now, obviously, a piano playing and making a living, Mr. Phil Coulter hasn't done too badly.
He hasn't.
Do you fancy being played in every hotel lobby throughout the world, do you?
That would be nice, that would be nice. Actually, a few people have compared a couple of my tracks to Phil Coulter. I would have listened to Phil Coulter over the years. I have to admit I'm a fan of his music. I love what he does, and I love what he's achieved and even done for the city. It would be nice to get that level, but sure, we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. It'd be great. I
think it's Don Henley of the Eagles says you haven't lived until you've heard Desperado being played when you're out shopping late at night.
That's true.
I think he said that.
That's true.
You think you'll have made that when you get into some lift in a hotel somewhere?
It'd be nice to do that. I mean, it's funny. People were saying to me that's one of the companies that buys my music is the Hilton Hotels. So somewhere along the line there, you could walk into a hotel somewhere in the world and under the lift, and there's playing.
So when's the world tour?
That's the next step. Hopefully next year, once the second album's out, I'm hoping to get a promoter on board, get someone who's interested in what I do,